Howdy! One of the first questions students want to know or have answered is, do I need the course materials? Do I really need to buy them? So a little explanation is merited for this class because you're going to absolutely need the course materials that you've been asked to get and how that all works with something called inclusive access. What is inclusive access anyway? Inclusive access simply is when a class has the course materials set up as a fee. So when the student registers for the course, it's attached to their MCC account. So probably about a week before classes are scheduled to begin, if not a little sooner than that, all the students who have registered will automatically shift into the inclusive access list for the bookstore. So the bookstore will get that list, and at that point, you can go ahead and call, even in advance, the number I have listed here, the 254-299-8685. And I would ask for Scott Eggers and tell him you were in Physical Geology. And Dr. Fagner wants you to get set up to get your materials before the first day of class. And they can do one of two things. They can either ship it to your house, but you want to plan to get that done with enough days before summer one starts, or you can go pick them up in person. However, the bookstore does have limited hours during the summer. The weekends, they're closed, so make sure you check out their website. And in Brightspace for the course, I have listed the hours, but you could call and find out when they're open if you want to swing by and pick it up. But not everybody lives here and they need it shipped in advance. So just call with enough notice for them to get those materials to you, and it's really fast once they do, because you'll start using those materials the first day of class. So you might wonder why there are two different editions of the books. So here's why. The bookstore found a box of these, summer or edition one, and I felt bad about that. So I wanted to help them out because they had already paid for these and they were going to take a serious loss. So they asked if they could use some of these, and I said yes to summer one, but not to summer two. So if you're in summer one, you'll be using the first edition. If you're in summer two, you'll be using the new edition, which is edition 2. Everybody will be using the rock kit. So is there a lot of differences between the first and second edition? Not really. Mistakes were fixed in terms of like just typos or just some improvements to some of the diagrams, but you really need to be using the book assigned to your course because the Brightspace is designed that way for you. But the rock kits are the same for you guys. The specimens will change from summer 1 to summer 2, but not the kit itself. So that's all for now. I just wanted to tell you how it worked. You need those materials, so plan ahead and make sure you get them. Again, just a call to the bookstore, ask for Scott Eggers, and you'll be just fine. Thanks. Bye.